Hey everybody, welcome to my Sunrays tutorial. I've been working on this little project for some time now, and I've had some people ask me about the Sunrays that I have appearing in the game. So I'm going to walk you through the process of making really simple Sunrays. Real simple, and it looks great. Let's get started. So I'm working in Gamemaker. I don't think that the engine matters. I think this technique is something that you could use in just about any engine that you might be using. I'm just using Gamemaker. And this is a cute little project I started a couple days ago that a lot of people seem to be liking online, so I'm going to continue working on this little by little, and maybe I'll share more videos like this on my progress. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm using Photoshop for this. You don't necessarily have to use Photoshop. You could use just about any graphics application that you have, as long as it allows you to use nice gradients. It should be fine. So this is a blank canvas. It's 1,000 by 1,000 pixel file, which is pretty large. It doesn't need to be so large, but I'm drinking a lot of coffee and I just made a large one. So we'll come here and we'll do a square selection. And you want to choose a nice orange color. I mean, it is a sunray, so you want to get something in that color wheel. And choose gradient. Make sure that you got color going to transparency. Left click somewhere towards the middle top. Drag down, and then if you hold Shift, it'll straighten out your line. You see that? That's how you get straight lines in Photoshop. And then you just let go, and you get a real nice orange to transparent gradient. I'm going to turn off the background so we keep this transparent look, and I'm going to click on File, export this as a PNG, and just drop it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it Sunrays for now. And that's it. That's all we have to do in this part. Let's go ahead and switch back to Gamemaker. Alright, so in Gamemaker, I'm going to make a new sprite, create sprite, and I'm going to call it Sunrays. I'm going to click on import and then choose that sunray from my desktop, and we'll see here that it's now been imported, and it's maintained its transparencies because I exported it in Photoshop as a PNG file. So make sure that you're using the PNG format because that maintains transparency. So now back over to our room or our level. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and then I'm going to make a new layer here right towards the top. I want this layer on top of everything, and I'm going to rename it to Sunrays. Then I'm going to left click on my resources and just drop a sunray here right on top of the level. Zoom out, and I'm just going to resize it. I'm going to resize it, and I'm going to rotate it. And if you zoom in, you can start seeing the effect is already taking place. So the trick here really is to understand your level and how you've designed it. You don't want to just drop a sunray inside of a dungeon. That won't make sense. But in this level, in the context of what I've designed here, it makes a lot of sense. It's kind of outside, we're in the sky, and I'm following the light and the shading on all my assets. So directional lighting is important for this effect to look good. And I'm just going to copy this and paste a couple, and I'm going to overlap them a little bit because I really like how it looks when these overlap. It kind of, because it's transparent when they overlap, it kind of seems just a bit more saturated in the parts that they overlap in, and I really love that look. So I'm just going to reposition it, and maybe I'll do a third. And again, you can do this with particles. This is not the only way to do this, but this is the way I like to do it because I get an instant visual representation of how it's going to look in the game. It's very helpful for me as a level designer to be able to have this kind of flexibility. And then from here, we can double click it, and we could adjust the alpha values of that particular ray. And I suggest to do this also to just give each one of these a different alpha value, just to kind of mimic more or less the behavior of actual sunrays. And there you have it. We have some simple sunrays. Let's go ahead and play this level out, see what it looks like in game. All right. I mean, that looks all right. I mean, it's super fast, super easy to make, very flexible, and all in all, I mean, it gives you that look. And I'm pretty sure that if you have a bit of programming chops, you can even make this a bit better by adjusting the alpha values in the step sequence. You can program flicker. You can definitely adjust this through logic, or you can leave it just as is, and I think it looks acceptable just the way it is for my game. But anyway, real simple Sunray technique. Feel free to use it. If you like this video, go ahead, like and subscribe, and if you find it useful, leave a comment. If you have some suggestions on how to use it, or if you have some feedback, go ahead and share in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys do with this, or if you have a different way to do it, feel free to share. All right, thanks again for watching. Until next time.